dot 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 dot.
Okay. So, hello everyone. This is another episode review. Today I got Cyns.Corner who laughs, cries, a little bit of both.
Oh my gosh.
It's got to be a trend, you know. Yeah, we just.
Oh yeah, we have to raise our voice.
Technical issues. Oh my gosh.
Oh, maybe one day we'll get it to where the sound.
Maybe Dr. Robotnik would have helped us with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we saw Sonic 2, a sequel to the first movie. Now, if you haven't seen my first review of the first movie, I would probably suggest seeing that before coming here. This is the first time Cyns.Corner, who laughs, cries, a little bit of both, hasn't
I reviewed the first
you
one,
did not. No, you
No,
did
I
not.
didn't. And not even with you, did I?
Nope, it was just me, my lonesome, so
Oh,
reviewing
I'm
it by
sorry.
myself. But anyways, we're not here to talk about the past. We're here to talk about the present.
We're moving forward. Progress.
Yeah, so we just saw it, and we're just, let our own personal opinion about this movie take the stage. So the plot is, it's a sequel.
And Robotnik is back.
Robotnik is
And
back.
Jim Carrey is back.
Jim Carrey's back in his
Oh
old
my
self,
gosh.
pretty much.
He
He's a
really
great.
enjoyed himself in this role. You could tell.
Yeah, so he comes back, but with the help of another character that everybody would know and love.
Everybody, it's obvious. If you've seen the trailers, you know he shows up in here.
And Sonic is kind of just trying to be a hero, but he's still a kid, doesn't fully understand responsibility just yet.
No, he does not.
No. And when Dr. Robotnik or Eggman or whatever you want to call him comes back with Knuckles, then things take a turn, and he thinks it's time to be the hero. And you find out that Dr. Robotnik is after the Chaos Emerald, which is one of the big things in the games that Sonic gets, and it gives him a specific power. But I don't want to go into much detail than that. Pretty much, I would say what I liked about this is that you get Knuckles, and then you get Tails.
And we
Also
knew Tails
iconic.
was coming. At the end
Tails
of the
has
first
a big
one,
role to
doesn't
play
show
in
Tails.
this. He was in the first one for just a little
Yeah,
bit.
very briefly.
But this, obviously, he takes the stage along with Knuckles. And I gotta say, I feel like Knuckles kind of stole the show a bit.
I feel like Knuckles stole the show for sure. And I took notes, like I do usually take notes. I have
Yeah, and
this
I'm
little-
curious to hear the notes.
Okay, well, I
Pull
didn't,
your notes now.
honestly, I didn't take. I'm going through all the apps I've got.
Now I'm gonna let you know. Cyns.Corner,
What?
she, what's the right word?
What?
When it comes to video games,
Oh, I'm ignorant.
she's a loser.
I'm ignorant.
She's a
because
loser.
obviously, you would have recognized, or video game fans, or fans of the Sonic games will recognize all the stuff in here that is a nod to the games that I didn't know anything about the Emerald or whatever. I didn't know all of that. I mean, I recognized Tails and I knew who Knuckles was and all that, but there's other stuff I didn't. You know, the big. Well, I don't want to say too much stuff about what happens.
Hold that thought.
Yeah, so a lot of that stuff is lost on me, but I don't feel like you have to really be a fan of the video games to enjoy these movies. They're very family friendly. They're
It's
very
a nice,
kid
like Matt Air would say, nice family.
in that case,
friendly
if he said that about this movie, he would not be lying like he is about
But he
other
lies
things.
about horror movies all the time. I mean, even I lie. I get.
It's the humor's pretty clean. There are some references that adults would notice maybe more so than kids, but nothing that's really nothing that's really like over the top or anything like that. There was really no wokeism type thing going on.
And that's what I liked about this movie.
Yeah, it
It's
was
the
just
same with the first
a
one.
simple
It
little
was
story,
just a simple little
exactly,
story, and like in today's time, wokeism is kind of entwined with kids' products.
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much.
definitely
and it's
becoming more of a
not great. At least with these two Sonic movies, even Detective Pikachu, if you want to go with that too.
Mm-hmm.
They just tell a story and that's it. And that's what I liked about it. And yes, it's a kid's movie. I already knew that for a fact that when I jumped into it. It was, I mean, you know, it's a kid's movie. And most kids like Sonic anyway. So
the kids there seem to enjoy what
some kids
There was a lot of laughter. I mean, I lauged at some of the stuff too.
some of the jokes.
Yeah,
but obviously Knuckles
Jim
kind
Carrey.
of made Knuckles too made it kind of. I mean, his
he
character
was the best part about the show, in my opinion. So my notes, I only have like just a few words. Okay, I'll. This is what I wrote.
Listening.
Okay, I wrote pandemic. Then I wrote, and I'll explain why. Then I wrote Jim Carrey. Then I wrote Idris Elba, American, and then I wrote dialogue. So the reason I wrote pandemic is because Sonic, the first Sonic movie, was one of the last films we watched on the big screen.
That's right.
One of. Not, I don't know if it was the last. It might have been.
I think it was.
It might have been. Actually, Bad Boys 2 was before Sonic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Bad Boys 3.
Sonic, the first Sonic came out in February.
Okay, and Bad Boys came out in January, right? Okay, well, it was, if not the last movie, one of the very last movies. And I was just like, I kept thinking about the fact that, oh, here we are 2 years later. Here's the second Sonic movie. So much has happened since this movie.
And you can tell the quality. The quality is a bit better. Like, there was a comparison between Tales from like the ending of the first one to like now. Mm-hmm. There's a big difference when it comes to quality.
Also, I feel like this got more positive reaction from the official critics than the previous movie, and the fans of course love this, and it makes fans happy. See, that's, I was talking with him on our way home, and I was like, you know, people complain about fans being toxic when they get upset if something has been done to a character, and sometimes fans can go overboard, like
they can be a bit about
some stuff.
Yeah.
But when there's been a major character change, like origin story or even a race or gender swap, I get why fans get pissed about that. That annoys me too. And so in these two movies, you know, the studio listened to the fans when they first revealed the design of Sonic, and it looked awful.
It didn't look like Sonic.
And they listened to that feedback and they adjusted, and people were very happy. And consequently, the movie did well. This movie has done well. I was watching, I think the guy's name is Dan Morell. I was telling you about, I was listening to his video about where he was crunching all the numbers about video game adaptations to movies and best opening weekends. And he said that the Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 are in that top 5. And Sonic 2 might hold the top number right now, except adjusted for inflation. Lara Croft just barely holds the top. But it was enjoyable. It's not something that like I'm super crazy about.
But because you're a loser when it comes to video games.
It was a fun ride.
And I do want to mention, you gotta be prepared. It is a kids movie. It's very childish at points.
Definitely,
okay?
there are some.
But I already knew that because it's the kids movie.
But some of the dialogue's really fun.
But adults will enjoy this because if they grew up playing. Oh no, Sonic!
Oh no!
Sonic and Mario down.
Oh no! The human characters are enjoyable to watch. Yeah. They all do a really good job.
If you grew up with this, you're going to enjoy it. I mean, this is when Tails made his appearance.
They put those human stories in, I think, to satisfy adults a little bit.
Yeah, and I think it worked. I thought it was balanced.
It's not that really super adulty, but it's funny, slapsticky humor. The sister.
Oh my gosh, she can't get a break.
She's so funny in here. I mean, she
can't get a break.
So the second thing I wrote was Jim Carrey, and we already touched on that.
Jim Carrey is Jim Carrey.
He's definitely being his Jim Carrey self. He's having the time of his life. He's overboard and crazy and ridiculous, but it works in this movie.
Because he's a crazy scientist. I think he's a little.
I feel like it didn't work in the Batman movie he was in. I thought it was just too over the top, and by then I think I was getting tired of Jim Carrey.
You mean in Batman Forever?
The Batman, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But in this movie, it just feels right because Robotnik's crazy and Jim Carrey's crazy, and just so over the top. And the dialogue, I wrote dialogue because some of the dialogue was really funny.
That's how it
is. We had a few laugh out loud moments because of the dialogue. And with regard to Idris Elba American.
Now, I was a little bit like, well, are they going to make him have this sort of dialect?
Cockney accent.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, Knuckles. But when I listened to the trailer again, thoroughly, I'm like, oh, wait. I think he is trying to sound more American. I mean...
You can hear hints of his accent. So
you can, but it's not, it doesn't like ruin it.
it didn't necessarily. I remember complaining about it when I watched the trailer. Like I love Idris Elba. I love his accent. He can talk in that accent.
And he's a good actor
long,
too.
And I'm
I
like,
like
but
him.
why are they changing Knuckles? Why are they making him sound like a UK guy? However, I feel like that was a little misleading. In the trailer, I feel like he just let the accent slip a bit. When you're actually watching the movie,
he does try.
He sounds like like an American, and but the problem is sometimes his Brit accent filters through, and every once in a while you can hear it, which is kind of odd to me because he can speak with an American dialect very well. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if that was intentional or if he just wasn't maybe putting the full effort like he would if he were maybe on a video, pretending to be an
But then
American
again, you have to remember, like, they kind of make Knuckles more like this warrior, so maybe that's kind of why he's got
I don't know, but he did a good job. He was fine, and his character was...
He was funny, actually.
His character was funny, not meaning to be funny, but he was funny.
Yeah, I like when characters like that. They're not trying to... You'll get what we...
That's how we need to open this. Dot, 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 dot. Anyway, their mid-credit scene, there is one mid-credit scene, so definitely hang around for that. It's not too far into the credits. The closing credit scenes are pretty cool. It's
I like
the video game.
It's got that retro of the classic Sonic, which every fan would like. And almost every reference of the video games are going to be shown. Him sliding down, the snowy hill, that's in the games. The very beginning when he stops the robbers, when he's on the building and you see the cop cars, that's from his Sonic Adventure. Ripped from that, except there was no bank robbery, there was something else happening in the game. But that's still taken from the game.
These are things that I had no clue about.
To be honest, I haven't even played Adventures. I still want
Aurelia is
played.
So she's gonna love this movie.
I will say the plot overall is pretty simple. Stuff just gets wrong. It's simple. The quality,
crazy.
The quality of the movie seemed fine. I felt like when Jim Carrey was on the thing in the Snowy Mountains, I felt like there was a little bit of like an issue, like silhouette around him.
Green screen stuff.
Yeah,
really? I didn't even notice.
It felt like it was a little bit choppy, but I don't know. That could just be me.
It's a lengthy film.
Yeah.
It's longer than the first one. It's more than 2 hours long.
I remember he did the cat. I remember when I think Kels tried to grab something. And I didn't expect that.
I knew something was gonna happen, but when that happened the way it did, I laughed out loud.
And it's cool that he's in that. He's cool. It's cool he's in that little like round thing that he does that in the games too.
Okay.
He's always in that round thing.
Okay.
In some boss battles.
Quality
wise, it's pretty good. Overall, I pretty much enjoyed it because I like Sonic. I grew up with Sonic back in 2002 when I played it on those old.
And it's Aurelia's favorite game ever.
And this is actually a pretty good, like, decent video game movie.
Yeah, it's a decent adaptation.
It's got a lot of fan service too, so people of the games are definitely going to enjoy it. I can't really think of it.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about it.
This is a pretty quick review because I think kids are going to like it. If you're a Sonic fan, then you'll like it. Just, be prepared. It's got childish moments because it's a kid's movie.
It was like that in the first film.
It was too, yeah. But, Jim Carrey's Jim Carrey. Oh, yeah, and I also forgot. I like the opening before the movie starts. I actually forgot about that opening until I saw this movie again.
What was the opening?
The Sega opening. It showed all their video games.
They did that in the first one.
And I really like.
It starts off showing Sonic, and then it zooms out
with all these other video games stuff. And funny, Yakuza shows up, and that's like an M-rated game.
Oh really?
Yes.
I was just focused on
Valkyria
the Sonic
Chronicles,
one. I didn't notice a lot of the
Yakuza, and so much like. I know Sega gets made fun of for that company that has like issues or like their last console. This right here, if you could see it, that was their last console. But to be honest, Sega's kind of grown on me over the years. They seem more determined to keep their games, like their older games, alive. Some companies kind of just don't give a shit.
Oh, really?
Like Konami doesn't give a shit. And Square Enix, they do, but sometimes their remasters are not all great than the original version. It's crazy, but Sega seems to care about their products, and that's what I like about Sega. Sega, yeah. And it also did that in the very big opening of the. So yeah, all in all, I do appreciate Sega a lot more, and they made even the Shenmue animation that's on right now. Shenmue is also a
Is
Sega.
that the fighting one?
That's the
that
one
comes
I've
on
been,
before
that's a
Attack on
Sega.
Titan?
Yeah, that's a Sega
okay.
product.
Okay.
So they're.
Oh yeah, you said it was a video game adaptation. I guess
I forgot. Shenmue is also Sega. I'm pretty sure it showed up in the opening. It's too many to count. They got a lot of games.
Yeah.
And Sonic is interesting. Yes, their mascot, but he wasn't the first mascot. They had another mascot.
He's definitely the one.
He's more of the well-known. He's
yeah.
he's the mascot of Sega. But yeah. Overall, I would say my verdict is you will enjoy it if you're a Sonic fan.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're not, it's fun. It's lighthearted.
Yeah, it's lighthearted. But I think Knuckles, you'll have a fun time.
Knuckles is the best. It's worth watching just for Knuckles.
I think Tails was pretty good.
Especially his dialogue.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Especially at the end.
He said other stuff, like when it came to Warrior stuff, like, gosh, I can't even remember. He said
He's so out of his element.
Yeah, he is out of it sometimes.
But it's funny.
Especially at the end.
Yes, at the end, that was best. I've conquered the second of faces.
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to follow Cyns.Corner, where she laughs, she cries, or a little bit of both. I guess you can throw a tantrum about Moonfall.
Oh my gosh. This is better than Moonfall for sure.
See?
Movie.
See?
Gosh.
And then hopefully someday I could get her to play these great games. I mean, they're all here. They're all here. They're all here.
Not interested.
They're all here.
It's okay.
I mean, look how beautiful this box art is. It's so colorful. It's all golden. Hopefully, let me see. She's a loser.
Loser.
Yeah, didn't you say that, Jim Carrey?
He did, but I think it was in Ace Ventura. It wasn't in.
No.
I don't think he did it in this movie.
Oh, that's how it is. Yeah, you can follow her where she does the laughing and crying and stuff. In Moonfall aggravation.
Let's not say that.
Moonfall.
I always bring that up because I compare. That's become my new. That's become like my new barometer for bad film.
Well, no, like what Matt Air said, Moonfall Forever.
Just being a butt. Moonfall Forever. Yeah, okay, Matt.
And he gives you like this look.
I know.
He's crazy.
Will I be able to talk about any movie this year without referencing Moonfall in some way?
It just took one movie to make her snap, like in the show Snap.
Stupid movie.
Snap.
Well, I didn't kill anybody over it, but I wanted to kill
no,
the fact
you
that
killed
I
your. You know, you
for that stupid.
You killed your soul.
It was so terrible. Jeez, I'm just reliving the frustration.
Oh yeah, there is the Metal Gear movie. I'm hoping that's cool.
But has
the actor that they
Oscar Isaac?
Yeah, he mentioned something like recently about it.
Okay, so there's been an update, an actual update. I wasn't
but
really
he
thrilled
was
with
being
this.
very vague.
Really?
He was being big.
He's
about
not
it.
supposed to say stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see.
Oh no, he might.
I would go see that film. I'm not super thrilled about Oscar Isaacs being in the role.
But I don't know. He might
He's
surprise
okay,
me.
but I would go see that movie because the premise is interesting
I do
to
like
me.
the
So I would
premise.
definitely go watch it.
A lot of it's Metal Gear's kind of relevant. Like
yeah.
if you especially if you play the second game,
Yeah.
there's like this whole conversation, AI conversation that's so like censorship wokeism.
Oh really?
Political.
Yeah.
Like Kojima, you called it.
Right.
20 years
yeah,
before.
well, a lot of people could see this mess coming. It's just now I feel like we're at the peak of it.
The game came out in
Hopefully
2001.
we'll go to the other side.
This game came out in 2001.
Yeah, but this has been building for a while. It's just gotten to a really horrible
It's
point.
just like, oh my gosh. Yeah. This guy made a video about like he took that dialogue from the game and put like on top of that the whole wokeism going on right now, and it's like, oh my god, it's so relevant right now.
Okay.
Moonfall Forever.